The opinions expressed on the radio program by the host, co-hosts, guests, and call-in listeners or chatters are solely the opinions and responsibility of the original source who expressed them. They do not necessarily represent the opinions of Genesis Radio, www.genesisradio.com, Genesis Radio's owners, management, or affiliates.
Hey y'all, once again, we're the place to be right here, Genesis Radio. Where you hear what you love what you hear.
Woo!
And we got some family back in the building today. It's been a minute, but it's a pleasure to have y'all back in the building. You know, one of our number one sponsors at Unity in the Community that we have every year in Dansbury Park, you know, and we're just family here, you know, and this is what we do. I tell everybody that we're better together. You know, we got the Bayroe Realty family in the building today. You know, so we're going to talk about a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And with that being said, I'm going to let T-Row introduce herself and everybody else.
So first and foremost, it's so wonderful to be back home. GenesisRadio.com. And Terry, the biggest thing here on this mountain. This is where you're supposed to be listening for all your information, everything that has anything to do with Monroe County. I'm Tiffany Bailey Romay, and I am the founder of Bayroe Real Estate, where we serve Pennsylvania, New York, and the great state of GA. And I got family with me today.
What's up?
This is family all the time. Sean B.
What's up, people? This is Sean B. I am the heartbeat of Bayroe.
He's the one that signs the check, so that's why right. And we got, oh my God, we have such family in the space. We have agents. I'm going to let y'all talk, but I'm going to start with Portia to my left, right.
Hi, my name is Portia Williams. I am a real estate agent here at Bayroe Real Estate, and my market is luxury homes. So if you need anything, I am your girl.
There you go. And Tamika.
Hey, my name is Tamika Wallace. I just recently joined Bayroe Real Estate. Heard great things about Tiffany and family.
That's right. That's right.
So just signing in, and I'm here. I'm
Here to
ready
get
for
it
the ride.
going. And Ahmed.
Ahmed.
Hi, Ahmed Islam. I just joined Bayroe Real Estate. I am a real estate agent. I have been licensed for about 10 years.
That's right.
And
you are commercial.
Commercial real estate. And I speak Hindi, Urdu, English, and Bangla.
Oh
Wow.
my God, that's another thing about our organization is that we are here for the diversity. We're here for more languages. We have Polish, we have Russian. There's a large Ukraine relationship that we have been selling to. We have that. We have Spanish. We have French. We actually have sign language. So, and you know, hey, if you speak Mandarin, I'm looking for you. And you want to, you know, because we're pushing to get that information out. We're not a monolithic industry, so we should not be a monolithic company. And so what we're looking to do is support those who never thought they could be supported in home ownership. That is extremely important to me. And it's one of the reasons why I became a broker and founded a company. I was extremely successful as a solo real estate salesperson, associate broker, and broker. And to make the jump into becoming the broker and to create a company, it was specifically for the underserved agents, the underserved community of people that wanted to have home ownership. When I first bought my first property, I did not know. I was self-employed. I was a celebrity stylist for those who know me. And I didn't know how to go about purchasing with the way I made money and the way I filed. And I found people to support me, but they all were trying to get over on me. And they did. My first house was all type of bad, you know, all the bad things you ever heard, I went through it, someone taking advantage. However, I was able to purchase, so I will give credit to however the creator needed that. And I always feel that the reason why I had to go through that is because, again, the creator has to always gut punch me into teaching me what I need to do in order to serve. So as time progressed and I had been a commuter, because I know a lot of us are commuters coming from the Poconos to New York, to Philly, to Jersey, to Connecticut, to just earn a living. I decided that I wanted to do something different, and I didn't want to just exist on this mountain, but I wanted to live. I wanted to thrive. And so how can I change my industry and my business to be able to thrive where I live, where I have all my furniture, where I have all my clothes? And that was real estate. And real estate became that that portal for me to be able to make money. Besides that, so that you give God your prayers and everything laughs at you. So it was like, how can I make money? Well, in the interim of me making money, I also found that I was wanting to help people more. I wanted to educate more. I became a teacher, a coach. I'm certified to teach in the state of Pennsylvania for real estate, for pre-licensee, code of ethics, broken courses. I create curriculum for schools. I write my own classes, and they are paid for and utilized. So all of those things began to happen. I started helping people save their homes from foreclosure and never got a penny for that, just because I knew the matrix on how to save people when the market crashed. And again, our business is cyclical. So that happens. There's going to be times where it's high and there's going to be times where it's low. I know right now, a lot of people are really concerned. There's a lot of things happening in our world, between tariffs, between the government, bad or good. I'm not here to be political in that, but what do you do in any market? And again, I've been really blessed to have done this for over 2 decades. I talk to the historians. I talk to the past people that have been having brokerages 30 and 40 years ago, so that I have that information to be able to support you as a client, customer, you as agents, us as a company in any market. So just a little bit about us and again, why we got involved. And I pulled my husband in with me in the intro of that,
Well, I mean, honestly, we were helping people before we was licensed, because people was coming up to us asking how did we purchase in the beginning. Our first home, which was pretty incredible and impressive, we bought 5,000 square foot home.
Yeah, first
time out.
First time out.
Which if I could do it over, I probably wouldn't have went that big.
I
Of a home.
I would always, for me personally,
because it was just me and her and no children. I used to force myself to sit in rooms that I never saw. Right, but
wait a minute, Terry laughing over there. Terry house was bigger than everybody's house.
Yeah.
To be very, very clear. He was in the estates. So.
But us being, I guess, young at the time, was 27.
Well, yeah, we were when we bought that. What were we?
27, 1997.
97. Now everybody's going to add it up.
Oh,
You know what?
well, I'm sorry.
Terry, can you take that?
She was.
Okay. Now,
she was much younger.
Maybe you were 27. But let me also say this. When we bought our first house, so we were dating, and I had told Sean my plan. My plan was to have, let me tell the plan.
We were dating, and it was probably a year into the relationship, and she said, I have a 5-year plan.
Oh, that's right.
And I said, a plan?
Yes.
She said, yes. I want a house. I want a child. All by the time I'm 30 years old. I am now 25. So by 30, I'm wishing to accomplish all these things. Are you with that?
Oh, yes.
So I said,
Get it, girl.
I never No one has never said that to me about a plan, like a real true life business plan, and to follow it. And she said to me, if you, I can understand if you're not with that, that's fine. Just let me know now, because then
That's right.
I have to look somewhere else
Mhm.
to find someone else who's with that.
Yes.
So I said, oh God,
I gotta get it together.
let me think about that plan.
He ain't say let me.
No,
think.
I- I said-
Let me tell you something. We wouldn't be sitting here right now if there was a thought in that. It was like, huh.
Right. Okay.
No, but what I didn't say yes or no. I just said no one has ever said that to me before, and I said that's interesting.
Mhm.
But as you see now, I was with the 5-year.
So when we were looking, and I wanted to get married at my house, I didn't see the reason of spending like $30,000-$40,000 on a wedding venue. That at that time, to each his own. This is a Tiffany story. This is each his own. So I was like, I wanted to get married at my house, whatever, you know. And I will say plus minus in that, going back to what Sean had said. The thing about going grocery shopping hungry,
Oh my
you should
God.
never go grocery shopping
Oh, yeah.
hungry.
I always do it.
So I went house shopping hungry, thinking of a wedding venue. And so I got the Victorian corner house with the big porch, and because it was going to be amazing in wedding pictures. And funny story, because again, coming from New York, if you can't hear, I had never experienced well septic. You know, it's like you have everything. And let me say this: I never lived in a house. I was always in apartments. You know, so we got this house, and I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be perfect. It's an acre of property. It's a corner lot. There's a little hump in the backyard. I can get married. I can stand on the little hump, and everyone can see me. And this gets to be here, and it's going to be fabulous and amazing and wonderful. To just find out 7 months after the wedding that hump was a septic.
Correct. Yes.
And I got married on the septic. But 27 years later, I guess that was good foundation because we're still here together.
Standing on the
A very
pile.
good foundation.
So I want to ask some of the folks here, and again, I'm sharing because this is community, and I'm so excited about Terry unity in the community. I hope to see all you out there. We will have a table there. We're going to be talking about, you know, credit repair. We're going to talk about commercial real estate. If you want to know the comparable market analysis for your property, we can tell you right on the spot. Not necessarily all the information, because we definitely have to go inside to really see the property to help you get that really close. But we can give you an average estimate about what the market is reeling. And let me say this, and Zestimate ain't the thing. Yes, I'm calling that out. It's just not. And I say that because the owner of that product actually sold his home way less than the Zestimate. That is actual. You can Google that for all the Googlers. And so I say that to say it's a good marketing technique, and it is something people use. And I don't want to discredit that people like it, but what we're going to share with you is going to be a lot more closer to your reality because we know your area. The one thing that is good about working with a realtor is that we are neighborhood specialists. We know your area because we're here and know the difference between being a realtor and being a licensee. There is difference. And membership has its benefits. But I want to ask some of my folks up here, and I'll start with Tamika. Tamika is the newest licensee in our organization. What made you want to get into real estate?
Okay. Well, I actually still currently I'm working in New York City.
That's okay.
For a real estate company. I just always just had an interest in it. I heard a lot about, you know, the houses out here, the housing industry, and it was just something that I just wanted to do in a different, I don't know, I don't want to say career just yet, but just
No, you're gonna
else.
claim it.
Yeah.
Why would you not?
Yeah.
You gotta claim it. If you want it, you gotta own it. You gotta
Yes,
say
yes.
it. You gotta believe it. You gotta
100%.
know it. But what one thing you're saying is, which is one of the things that happens with a lot of people that live in Pennsylvania, especially in the Pocono Mountain, you're commuting. Tell me about that commuting.
It's exhausting.
It's exhausting.
It's becoming very tiresome. And I'm ready for a more relaxed. I know this is in this industry, it's a lot of work,
Mhm.
but I want to be able to be on my time.
Yes.
And so I don't want to continue really too much with the 9 to 5
Mhm.
every day.
Mhm.
You know, getting up 5 in the morning.
5 in the morning to catch.
How long
to
have
catch.
you done that?
15 years.
Yeah. Yeah, no, a lot of people commute. One of the reasons, going back to the original conversation, that I got into the industry. And let me also say this, I was actually licensed in New York a long time before I got licensed in Pennsylvania, and I never used the license. So a long time ago, and my mother, who passed away last year, she had said to me, you should get your real estate license. So straight out of being legal to get it, I got that license. But I was a stylist, and I was a celebrity stylist, and I was traveling, and I was having a great time, and I was also doing something that I loved. So I didn't see the movement for me to do that. However, I will say that being an entrepreneur, and so I don't ever, and I love what you said, because a lot of new licensees, we see that show, HGTV and House Hunters, and it's house number 1. Oh, I am a French professor, and yes, and I am a dog walker, and my budget is $1.3 million, and we're just ready to have a home. And I don't know if we did like 2. Oh, that one was amazing.
Yes.
3. Yeah. Okay, what home do you want after only seeing 3 homes in one weekend? We're going to pick number 2. 2 months later, yes, look at the beautiful home that we have. It's so exciting. So no, that is not our reality. I am actually working with someone, and they know who they are, and they'll be watching. We've been working together for 10 years. And then there's also those who, yes, it happens a lot sooner. I will tell any entrepreneur, you do not have to worry about the 40 hours that your boss tells you, that 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. You will have to work the 80 hours that you choose.
Correct.
And, so yes, at 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm sometimes downstairs in my office, or at 6 o'clock a.m., I'm on a flight, like I will be tomorrow, going to the National Association of Realtors for Leadership, because I'm also pushing myself further to be the best version that I need to be for those who are coming behind me. And I'm so excited for anyone who eventually I will be looking up to, for them to be teaching me. So, that's part of that. But being a commuter, it is time to get your freedom back, your time back. You cannot trade time. Last year, again, losing both my parents unexpectedly. Time waits for no one. So if you're trying to trade time for something else, you have to be the captain of that. So what you're doing is that push. And I would say, instead of trading time for dollars, you're making someone else's company explode. You are your own boss right now, right under the tutelage of our organization. My commercial man over there, who speaks all these wonderful languages and is here to support you, understands the ROI, understands your profit and loss, understands all of those things. And please tell them the designations that you have. Let's go. Ahmed.
I have ePro, and I have Seller Representative Specialist, SRS for short, is an alphabet soup.
Alphabet soup.
And I have PSA, Pricing Strategy Advisor. And I'm currently working on becoming an associate broker with Barrow. So I want to shift a little bit. I want to tell you how I met this wonderful couple. So 10 years ago, when I began my career, I was living in New York. And when you become a realtor for the first time, it's like drinking water from a fire hose. There's so many things that you have to learn. I saw Tiffany's name everywhere. So I Googled. I didn't even know where Allentown was, but I Googled it on the map. And they were very busy, but she really took her time, spoke to me. Sean came from upstairs, left his meeting. That meant a lot, and here we are together.
Yeah,
After all these years.
after all these years.
Last year, we ended up in the same leadership PR class together. And that's a leadership course from the Pennsylvania Association of Realtors. And I'm really excited to begin my journey with Vero. And
I'm so
Yeah.
excited because it's like the worlds have come back together. It's like a full circle. And sometimes you have to do that. You have to get that information. And it's good because now he can bring me information that he has experienced in other spaces, right? So it teaches me what we're doing so well. And it's also teaching me what other things we need to jump into and be a part of. And I love that piece about leadership. Ahmed is also a mentor. He's also pushing himself to be a giver to the game, right? So it's just not about, oh, I want to go out, make this money, sell this property, do this, do that. He intentionally said to me in our coming together as business partners now, I want to also be a mentor to agents. And that to me, it touched my heart because not many people walk in my door saying to me, this is what I want to provide to you. So that says a lot about who he is. It definitely says a lot about who we are because he felt the comfortability to be able to walk in the door and say that.
I just want to interrupt you for a second. It's, I always say, I believe that if you do good, good comes back.
Of course.
So you are a mentor to me way back.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Sean, and we kept in touch over the years. And today I can say that I'm going to do the same thing for others.
Yes.
Oh,
It always
Yes.
comes
Yes.
Can I add something?
Yes.
And at the time, when I was trying to find a brokerage to be under, I spoke to Tiffany, and I was kind of torn between who I wanted to pick. And I spoke to Tiffany, and she literally stayed on the phone with me for almost an hour, and she talked, so eloquently and so passionately, about the business, and it just, I felt it, when you were speaking. And I said to myself, if this woman here can take almost an hour of her time and schedule and talk to me, and she didn't bash, she didn't even mention any other company, she didn't compare herself to anyone. And I said, I have to go with her,
Thank you.
and that's
Thank
what
you for
made
sharing that.
me
Thank you. You never know what
pick
that.
Pharaoh.
Let me
That's
say
what made me
this.
pick Pharaoh.
These two didn't even want to be in the camera. Now they all in it. Let me add this.
Yeah, no, and the thing is too, in reference, so then we pivot to my girl Portia, and who is, again, eloquent and pushing that luxury, wants to elevate people, wants to share with them what could be next, what the dream is. The dream is actually real.
Yeah.
So share about your story.
So the way I approach real estate is I'm selling a lifestyle and luxury is standard. That's it, point blank. And do confess, I was one of those HD. I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna just, 3 houses and you pick which one to. I'm gonna write it all down, have my notepad, and yeah, that's just not how it is at all, at all. Why I got into real estate is for my children, pretty much point blank period. I want to provide them with a lifestyle that they don't need to worry about anything while I'm here and when I'm not.
Legacy.
Yes, and that's
Legacy.
very important to me. And then aesthetically, I was like, oh, I could do this. I'll look nice being a real estate agent.
And you do. And you're also the way you speak with people and not at people.
Yes.
So that's
Yeah.
a key piece that the culture that we're creating in this space is we work with you.
Mhm.
We work with you. We do work for you, but we work with you. We want to hear your concepts, your ideas, your needs, your wants, your desires. Because guess what? Your needs, your wants, and your desires may not be house number one.
Mhm.
It may be, I was talking to someone just recently, and she wants, and I'm not mad. You should want the moon, the stars, the sun, the world, everything. You deserve that. This price working with right now, and the credit worthiness that we're working with right now, and the liquidity of your bank account that we're working with right now, is the stepping stone to the sun, moon, and the stars. So today we're going to get an amazing property that you're going to cultivate. And a couple of years from now, you're going to be able to sell that property and now have that much more in your bank account. A couple of years from now, because you are 2 years into your chosen career, you're going to have more money monthly in your salary. You're going to also, in those couple of years, maybe have some education that adds to your career choice, where even maybe elevates you even further than just the whatever percentage. You see, I've never had a job, so I don't know the percentage, but the percentages that people just give you raises for. So I'm hearing and listening, and I'm not a one and done. I'm here to support you to the end. So if it's the estate that Terry was living in, and that's your desire, and today we need to perhaps do a 3-bedroom, 1,500 square foot home, guess what? You're in that space. You're bringing your ideas, you're bringing your concepts, and you're going to make it better. You're going to be out there on a Saturday planting flowers throughout the first weeks in the spring, and bringing that curb appeal and doing the different things. And 2 or 3 years from now, we may be having a check given to you for 50, 60,000 on top of, and now you take that to the next and to the next. We went through a few homes before we got the dream house, even though the first house was
every
sick.
house was the dream house.
But your dreams change.
Right.
Yeah, you
Her
live in a
5-year
house.
turned to 10-year plan. And then,
Yes.
so.
My 5-year plan turned into 27 years.
There you go.
You live in a house, but you start to learn. You don't know everything when you first go into a home.
No.
That's
But you start to now learn what you like, what you don't like, just through experience.
Correct.
So that's what happened. As we lived, we started to dream and go to other people's homes. Right?
OPH is a problem.
Yeah.
Oh, see, there's a reason why there's a reason I don't work at Krispy Kremes, because that's another thing that I love so much. And I would work in Krispy Kremes, and every time the hot sign would come on, I'd be eating all the profit. That's a problem with homes. I go into OPH and I'm like, oh, this is fabulous. I didn't dream big enough. I didn't dream, and it not just because of big. I don't want to go there, but even what it offers. Sometimes it's, we were just traveling, and we were in Martha's Vineyard, and it's like that lake, that water. Sometimes it's more mountainous. Sometimes it's higher ceilings. Sometimes it's coziness. I just posted, if you follow me on Tiffany Bailey Romay, I have so many. Tiffany Bailey Romay, Tiffany Romay, R-O-M-E-Y, and Tiffany Tiffanie. So follow me. I just posted a small house, a tiny home, and it was blue. And I fell in love with this house. Like, I could see, my little runaway pad where I would be there, and I would know where everything is at, because no one would live with me. I would know that the seat was put down when I was finished. So if
This is your own.
this is my own pad.
Oh,
This is my own pad.
Like a shisha.
A shisha. It was a shisha.
Yes.
And I was told I should build it somewhere off the property that we have right now, but don't tell anybody that I built it off the property.
Oh.
But I would tell you, honey, so you would be able to find me when you need to. But again, dreams change, and you deserve, I always say, if God puts it in you, it belongs to you.
Amen.
It belongs to you. So whatever you dream, whatever you think, whatever comes to you, it belongs to you. Now, you do have to put on your big girl panties, or pull up your boots, or put on your overalls and put in the work. Consistency will get you to your dream, but there's a reason the dream was given to you and not to me.
Well, a reason why a lot of they don't pay attention to their dreams because they don't think it's obtainable.
Yeah. Yeah.
But once you learn the educational piece of how you can get there, and it's doable, then your dreams are more realistic.
Your dreams are real.
And that's why we're here.
That's why we're here. And that's why Genesis Radio is here, because it started as what? A dream.
That's right.
And I mean,
Nothing but a dream.
A dollar and a dream, and he didn't hit lotto, but he
That's
got
right.
his dream. And I'm like, I'm in here. First of all, you don't even know he has royalty on the walls.
Yes.
We got Naughty by Nature on the walls. We got Albie Shaw on the walls. We got Dame Hollister on the walls. I can't read
But
that
that's
one.
how-
That's Bobby Brown
Luther
over there
Vandross.
on
We
the
got
walls.
Whitney over there.
And we got Whitney over here.
Yeah.
We got,
I'll be sure.
But
Tony,
that's our
Tony,
generation. Our generation
I
dream.
had to leave my favorite for last, which is Luther. You know, I
Luther.
love
Luther.
Luther. I never missed a Luther show as long as it was in Connecticut, Jersey, New York, Westbury
Wow.
Music Fair. You know how he used to do when he used
That's
to be on the
right.
Westbury spinning with them
That's right.
gowns.
That's
But
right.
listen, it should have another person.
TCF Fruit.
But we ain't quite make the Terry spin that.
Because TCF sold one record less than gold.
Uh,
One record less than gold. Baby,
Uh.
go buy that record so they can give you a gold album.
uh,
Then we can put it on the walls. You know? But I love it, you know. So it does happen with a dream. And let's talk about dreams. So what is your dream in real estate? And I'll start with Tamika.
Okay, in real estate, I honestly want to be the owner of multiple homes and just keep flipping and like Portia said, piggyback off of that. Leaving a legacy for my children, my boys,
Yeah.
and at some point, hopefully, grandchildren.
Yes. Woo! What's your
All right.
dream?
I don't want grandchildren yet.
That's
Not yet. Yes.
Sound like me.
I'm really wanting to do a compound for my children and myself and then grandchildren. But that, and then also own a couple of like multifamily properties and just live that comfortable life.
Comfortability. What's your dream in real estate?
I'm gonna steal off of
No.
Tamika said,
Okay.
leave a legacy for my family. I came to this country as a foreign student in 1996. The other thing I want to do is I want to help people, kids who are good students in my country, come here and put the path forward of, I'm thinking scholarships and things like that. I haven't figured everything out yet, but
Yeah. We're gonna
slowly
figure
but
it out. We'll work together. But I want to go back to what you just said about you came here as an exchange student, and what made you want to stay?
Well, I know I didn't want to go back to my
That's
one thing. The
That's
opportunity
nice.
in this country is huge. I'm a realtor now, but there's so much you can do with your career, and you can provide for your family. That's what made me want
The
to stay.
provisions that are here in
and
the
of
United
course,
States.
I'm gonna get told if I don't say this.
Say-
My wife.
Yeah, that's right. I came from my wife.
Good answer.
No, and it's true. So, and that's one of the things at Bayroll Real Estate. And again, I spoke about it earlier, is that the diversity. You hear DEI and you hear about what's happening and the changes and what could. And I will tell you, it is so important to understand that diversity, there's, I think, put 100 zeros next to the number. That's how many insects are here. That's how many people, like different types of people, different types of species. And the creator created diversity. We need us all. We need all the differences. We need all of the nuances to make it work, for it to have cohesion, to come together. And if the creator made that, then how are we to take that away? So we're here as a company to push that needle forward, to push language forward, to push comfortability forward. I can say for myself, I'm so happy that I was on the task force for Pennsylvania Association of Realtors, where we created the first Spanish consumer guide and documentations in Spanish. So I was on that task force, again, pushing the envelope forward, being at tables where change can be made. So, you know, a plug, yes, I, Tiffany Bailey Romay, am running for Pennsylvania Association of Realtors treasurer. Woo, woo, woo.
Yes.
And I am the first female of color to even run. So no matter what, history is being made because that glass ceiling is being shattered. That you see, you feel, you touch, you know it's possible. On this mountain, I am the first person, not female, of color, if that's the word we want to use, Black, if that's the word we want to use, African American, if that's the word we want to use, whatever word you want to use. But I am the first president of the Pocono Mountain Association of Realtors. And I was the first line officer. So again, shattering windows, ceilings, mountains, whatever. And in my position, I was intentional to make sure I wasn't a one and done.
That's right.
So brought in someone else. We have currently a person of color who is the president. We have the MLS chair who is a person of color. We have another board member who is, and of course we support the Alliance. We support the Asian Americans. We support the Hispanics. We're pushing, and we have these different organizations. And so I want to make, eventually we should have an organization that supports your culture, because all of these pieces, again, talking about the quadrillions of diverse scenarios that exist in the world and on this globe, all of that brings us together. So that is what's important. And I want to also add this. Yes, being the first, sadly in 2025, we're still dealing with first. But the reality is also I'm qualified.
That's right.
Let me add that. It's not just this. I'm
Right.
qualified. So I want to also support youth and those who are looking for second careers and choices to become qualified in all that you wish to do, because it's not just about a check. It's about the work. So we're pushing that work. Again, coming back to Genesis Radio, I just love that the platform is here to support, to talk about, to share, to build. If you are looking to build your company, your organization, and you're on this mountain, please come down the block to Genesis Radio. He is right here at 18 South 9th Street. Come here, talk with him. You can talk about the things that you're doing, how you want. Advertise for unity in the community, advertise for other shows, because all we're doing is supporting, and each one teach one. And what is your slogan again? We're better what?
We're better together.
Yeah.
We're better
It's
together.
like the definition of building your own table instead of trying to pull up a seat to
Woo!
someone
Yes.
else's
Look at that.
table. Okay.
You know what I always tell everybody? If you want to go fast, you go alone.
Yeah.
You want to go far, you go with the team.
Yeah.
That's why we're better together.
Yeah.
We're better together.
Yeah.
We want to go far. We want to, because the world is far.
Yeah.
The internet is teaching us so much about the world. And so I think I tell people, they say, what's your favorite book? And people always ask me that when I'm doing a different, what the heck, what is she? What's your favorite book? My passport book.
I love that
one.
one.
Because the
Every
world
chapter.
teaches me.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I want to also, so when you shared about your dream, and we talked about, why I want to talk about them and they. We are here to serve. So how do you see yourself serving the community and serving people? I'll start with Portia.
Just being an advocate for them, just knowing them to know that someone is here that hears them. Someone is here that is listening, willing to just stand 10 toes for them. I'm like, yeah, I make my own hours and stuff like that, but then I still feel bad if it's like 10 o'clock at night and I get a message and it's sitting there and I'm like, oh no, I don't want to leave them just sitting there wondering. I just want them to know that they're being seen. So that's my promise and my mission is to be there. And
I love
you.
that. I love that. Folks, please, if you are texting at 10 p.m. at night, don't think we, just
Yes.
Tomorrow.
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 But if you're texting me, just I feel bad. I'll do it. I'll text
Tomorrow. Tomorrow. Tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
But if it's Friday night, Monday.
See, I was saying tomorrow. Now you get to really boundaries. No, I love it. Sean, share a little about serving the people.
Well, first of all, I want to say to Portia, you're one of the most dedicated people that I've worked with. Definitely. The dedication that she has is, like she said, she's up at 10. She can't leave. She just can't leave that alone.
Tomorrow.
And she's worse. And she's worse, right? However, no, I definitely, just to piggyback off of Portia, I want to be an advocate. There are a lot of, just in this industry, there's tiers, right? And a lot of people,
Not these tears.
no tiers.
And
And a lot of people,
There's sometimes those too.
most of the agents, they kind of go for the money. And there's just an avenue, a sea of people who never bought and who are renters. And they are kind of left to the side. And I'm one who definitely wants to educate them. And they're probably one of the best and most dedicated people that you can go into business with and help, because they remember what you did for them in their beginning journey.
Journeys. Yeah.
So that's where I find myself concentrating, because they're the ones that need the most help.
Yeah.
So I definitely want to take them and build them up.
Yeah. We as an organization we support Safe Monroe, which was Monroe County Women's Resources, and they changed it. When we first opened up our organization, we were giving the children that were in the shelter for the holidays gifts. And I'll be honest with you, here's a Genesis exclusive. When we first opened up and we went there with 2 carfuls of gifts, I had a negative bank account. There was no money in my bank account because we had just opened and we were pushing the envelope and we were doing all these things. And I went after people out there and was like, I want to do this because yours truly was in shelters and in foster care and things like that. And it was so important. And with no money, it's still, you can figure out a way when your passion is there. And we have been able to support them since our day of inception and every year. We've also supported the Bridge to Better, which is an organization that we work with AJ Johnson, if you see Baby Boy House Party, and we're in Ghana and we're supporting Focus Hospital, which helps the children throughout the continent of Africa with their curvature of the spines, and they have free medical care. A lot of those children are there for minimum 6 months to a year because you have pre-op, op, post-op. They don't have the money to go back and forth home and things like that. So they're there. So we're there supporting them, helping them, talking with them, bringing them things, bringing them coloring books, playing with them, having conversations. We also work with Village of Hope, which is an orphanage that supports males and females from children to 20. And we have been there helping them. We've painted the buildings. They had no water supply. Now there's wells and there's tanks for the waters, new beds, new clothing, things like that. So
Allentown Men's
the Allentown men. So we help the women, we help the children. Can't forget about the men.
No.
You can't forget about the men. And that's one of the things. And it's harder for men to get support because most of the support is surrounded for the women and the children. So yes, we work with the missionary in Allentown. So we do the local, we do abroad. We bring it together. We are global, but we are also, boots on the ground at those stages. So those are different things that we are a part of, and that's part of the give. That's also my run for treasurer, Pennsylvania Association of Realtors, is the give. It's because to be at a table to support support the members, the 30,000 plus members in Pennsylvania. I'm here to support. I'm running around the state, my car on my dime, meeting the different organizations, meeting the different MLS boards and the associations so that I can know what
This is
you
true.
need. Yes. So I can
Fact
hear
check.
and see and feel you. Hear, see, and feel. Yes, I'll do the Zooms, but I want to feel you. I know, and I want you to feel me. I look you in your eye. I want to know what's happening. I know that a lot of real estate professionals are not making the money. I know a lot of real estate professionals right now have second, third, and fourth jobs. I know a lot of people are going through it. I want to talk to you about that. I want to create concepts and ideas with you because you're going to help. We're going to do it together to build our industry. I know a lot of consumers, customers are going through it financially. I know a lot of people need credit repair. I know a lot of people don't understand how to use insurance to help them purchase properties. I know a lot of people don't understand trust and how to really protect their properties. I'm here for you. I want to talk to you about it. But again, going back to the rest of the team, let's talk to you about how you wish to serve the people out there.
Well, because I haven't decided my concentration, I really do want to help people who are first-time home buyers,
Okay.
people who are currently owners of their home and never thought of having a second home,
Mhm.
an investment property, and just pretty much talking to people and trying to let them know that it is possible.
It's
That
possible.
they can be a homeowner. There's so many programs out there.
I want to
and
give you
that-
I want to give you something
Yes.
for your plight because again she's growing and she's gonna putting her into she's gonna get into this work. There are down payment. This is your homework. Down payment
Assistant.
assistant programs to help you. So if you don't have all the monies, there are down payment assistant programs. There are ways to negotiate the transaction where the seller may, they don't have to, but may support you in your closing costs. Okay. There are mortgage programs that are 100% financing. There are credit repair programs to help you get ready if your credit is a little what have you.
It's federal program.
There are federal programs. There is also one program. I'm not going to tell you the programs here. And not because I don't want to, because I want to have that intimate conversation to know what's best for you. But there's 100% program that also doesn't have PMI, principal mortgage insurance or primary mortgage insurance. So there are opportunities. We just have to chat. Got to know your needs, your desires, your wants, and your timing. Timing is also another piece. If we need it today, there's something we'll do with this. There's also ways for my investors who somebody might have just bought a house, got great credit, but you just use, you have what's called DTI, debt to income ratio. So you say my debt to income ratio is tight. I just bought my $350,000 home. And so I know what I used my pre-approval. They said I could spend $350. I just bought it. And now you're telling me I should invest. I can't invest. There's no more room. There is a program that you can buy a property. We don't need your income. We do need to have the credit and you need to have the down payment, but we don't need your income to purchase it. So that's for those people who want to buy additional properties because we could use the income of what the property will yield to be the income for that mortgage product. And again, all people, we're here to support and get you over those thresholds so that you have 3, 4, 5 different streams of income from real estate. Now, on top of that, you buy these 3 properties. Let's say they're all $300,000, $400,000. 5 years from now, they may be worth 50,000 more. And I'm being conservative. I'm being conservative because I don't want to.
Yeah.
So, and on top of that, hello, people. On top of that, the mortgage from the tenants have paid the mortgage down.
Yeah.
So it's 50,000 equity and maybe let's say $10,000 less than I'm being very conservative. If you sold those 4 properties 5 years from now, conservatively, 60 times 5, you have $300,000. It did not cost you because somebody else, OPM, other people's money was paying for these properties. So when you are, and there's nothing wrong with being a renter. Sometimes you got to start there, and sometimes you got to end there. There's a life rate. There's a shoe for every foot. Okay, but if you want to invest, let's talk about that. And again, first-time home buyers, let's also add to that. Here's a ding, 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 ding. I want to ask everybody here. You may know if you've taken, but you may not know. What do you think is the credit score? We also have somebody here, Tosh. I'm gonna have her yell in because we're gonna talk about Tosh in a second. But anyone, really quickly, what credit score do you think you need to have to buy a house? And it's okay, you don't answer.
620.
620?
750.
750? Just yell a number you think.
540.
540?
680.
620.
620. Okay, so you're probably the closest, but to be honest with you, you really don't need a credit score.
Stop it.
I know.
Stop
So
it.
what it is called overlays. There are banks that FHA is a product that doesn't require all of those things. There are overlays that some banks require. So guess what? I have the number to some of those banks that are kind of playing. Now, don't get me wrong. You may need paperwork. You need to have a little bit more money down. All of those things. But we got a 503 bought, and she's got keys.
Wow.
I know over there, 503 credit score, mid score. So I'm saying all that to say there's opportunities. I don't want you to have false expectations that you have appeared real in your world. Fear, false expectations appearing real. I don't want you to have that when the opportunity is here at Bayroll Real Estate, 3160 Route 611, Martinsville, Pennsylvania. Okay, serving New York, Pennsylvania, and that great state of GA, my Georgia Knights. So you
And
know,
www.bayrollrealestate.com.
www.bayrollrealestate.com. Sound like a radio station. Are we having radio today? Okay, I want Ahmed. Tell me how you serve.
I think
And you only have 3 minutes because he serves so much. It'll be the whole show. And I'm the star today. No, I'm just kidding. You go.
when it comes to serving people, I think of myself as a guide. I want to guide my clients, and I think of myself as a resource when they have any questions. I always have an answer for them where they can go. People carry cheat sheets when it comes to rules. These are my cheat sheets. Tiffany and Sean, because when you're asking me if I don't have an answer, I will find someone. My first point of contact will be one of these 2 people, and I'll get to that answer.
I love it.
Yes.
I love it. So one of the other pieces in reference to serving others for us is supporting others. You know, you purchase a property, you move to this mountain. Genesis Radio is here as a servant, as a servant leader. I say that with complete, like my whole heart warms knowing what he has done, how he brings people together, and he does it. He doesn't ask for anything. Like he really does nothing, like nothing. And God is going to definitely take care, Terry, and over the organization and what he's created, what he has shown, how he has shown people how to be and what to be. And with us as a company, when you purchase, and even friends and family and colleagues, we want to take you to the next level. You own a home now. How can you build? How can you survive? How can you thrive? It's not just the home ownership. That's part of it. But it's also supporting business. And Tasha is here. Come on over here, Tasha. We are co-oping with Tasha with an amazing health and wellness and wealth. If you follow me, you'll see I say grand rising, grand wealth, grand health. So grand health is one of the pieces that we are bringing to the mountain. So when you come to Unity in the community and you come to our table, we are going to be having also our signature drinks that are Bayro inspired, well, Latasha inspired and Bayro branded. And so let's talk about these drinks that we are going to be having. And they're not tipsy drinks.
Yes, it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Always, right?
It's 5 o'clock with these everywhere.
Everywhere. So thank you so much, Tiff. I want to talk to you a little bit today about a crafted beverage. So one of the things I think is really important is we need to take the time to take care of ourselves, but also in our communities, right? So when we're out meeting with people, hanging out with people, we have to think about those who may have sensitivity to other things. Alcohol may be one of them, or for me, which is really odd, carbonated beverages.
Yes,
can't
yes.
have them. And so why do they get to miss out on a crafted beverage just because they're not participating in some of those other things, right? So I, from that, kind of decided that I would start to make some beverages that are good for you. So made with whole fruits or natural organic ingredients, pure cane sugar. I puree all the fruit myself. I juice everything, the lemons and the limes. I make the simple syrup from scratch. They're herb infused. And so and it's called Uncommon Squeeze. Why? Because the beverages are a little uncommon. So instead of a strawberry lemonade, I have a strawberry basil lemonade. I have a blueberry thyme, I have a watermelon mint, and then my basic flavor would be a limeade, so I don't do a plain lemonade.
And when we have our my election, when I win,
Claim that.
we're going to have a hot cider.
Yep.
That has been crafted at the Hilton in Harrisburg. And what is my date? September
15th to the 17th.
17th. So the 17th is the election, but between the 15th and the 17th, I have a little podium, and so I'll be serving some hot cider.
Also, peach cobbler.
Yes,
Also,
peach
cobbler.
Okay.
Yeah. So I did not bring peach cobbler flavor today, but I did bring some flavors for you guys to try.
Christmas.
So this is gonna be this was gonna be branded for the event. Yep. So that's the strawberry basil. I also bought the watermelon mint. Let's see what else. What are the ones that I bring for you guys? Oh, my cherry berry. So now this is gonna be dark and sweet cherries as well as tart cherries, blueberries, strawberries, blackberries, raspberries. So all natural ingredients. All of them have health properties and things of that nature. And then my newest flavor is my jasmine tea peach.
Oh,
jasmine tea
yeah,
peach. So
that sounds
there are some
amazing.
half and half. So some of them have. So I do have a hibiscus ginger one. I do have a pineapple ginger. So things of that nature. But yeah, I brought some for you guys to try. I bought little sample cups so you can spread it around.
Well, start with the big boss over there,
You
Terry.
got it. You got it.
I'm going to keep these right here just
Can we
so.
have them at the office?
They will be at the office.
be at the
This is the again, Genesis Radio is getting the exclusives. The exclusives
Right,
of what
right.
Bayro is elevating and growing with our organization. So I am so super, super proud of, and again, bringing, family, home ownership, young people to their next level, listening to their dreams, their aspirations, the things that they want to do, and being supportive and being a part of that. We have been a part of some, and again, I have to say Terry too. There's, the R&B concerts that happen annually. Terry,
Right.
I mean, these are the things. This doesn't happen by happenstance. It is a growth. It is togetherness and us growing. I'm being honored. Elegance, Evening of Elegance, something at Kalahari.
Yes.
So that's and again, the work that I'm doing, and I'm not as loud because I'm in rooms doing the work. So I'm not as loud as maybe some other people are because I am in those spaces doing the work, but people are noticing and then will reach out to me. And I'm happy that I don't really the reason why I like the notice is because I know that light shines to others, because God has already given me anything I've ever wanted. It's the overflow. I'm living in the overflow.
Wow.
So I'm so grateful that my cup is overflowing, so that what spills out of that cup I can give to others. So that is where we're at. So I'm so super proud of these, and we are going to support this business, this industry, to push forward. It's also, again, we're dealing with a lot of health issues people are dealing with, and so let's shift from ingredients that we can't pronounce and start meeting. Funny story. I don't know how much more time I have. Please give me my timer. But funny story. I was in the Netherlands and having some cheese and crackers, and I took a bite of the cracker, and it was in a package, corny, ripped, wasn't all that. And I took a bite, and I'm like, this is a good cracker. Now it wasn't because I was starving, when that's rich cracker. I mean, it was just regular, and I looked like, this is good. And then I turned it over, and I looked at the ingredients: water, flour, salt, yeast, done. And I'm like, so I'm eating food somewhere else that I could not have here.
Right.
I went to buy some crackers.
Right.
So again, let's look about local. Let's start for my beautiful families that are in Pennsylvania. One of the things I love about Pennsylvania, and I don't think enough people take advantage, the local farms, the markets. The Amish have comes, even in Monroe County, I think in Blakesley off of 115, right? They're there from now until I think right before Thanksgiving, and then they're shut down until closer to Easter or something. But you can early spring. You can get meats, clean meats. You can get fresh fruits and vegetables. You can learn. Look, it does cost a lot to get that daggone KitchenAid, and I'm sure there's a cheaper way of doing it. I just don't know. I got the KitchenAid, but you can make your own pastas. You can do your own. And when I get the tortillas, I cut the tortillas and I put them in the deep fry, okay? And I make my own chips. And let me tell you, people love them. I'm not saying, in a quick pinch, you might want to get that other brand that begins with a T. But if you make your own, sprinkle your own salt on the end, you know what oil you use, you know if it's cold press, extra virgin olive oil, or if it was something that has a lot of letters in it. Let's start really being conscientious and intentional on what we put in our bodies. Let's also be conscientious and intentional on what we put in our minds. So what you're reading, what you're listening to. Don't get me wrong, I like that ratchet stuff too. I am that person that will binge while I'm cleaning up the house on some foolery. But at the same time, that's not my number one, and it shouldn't be your number one. And the most important thing is the quality of people that you surround yourself with.
This must be a sign, because my son calls me yesterday out of the blue, and he's 10, and he says, "Mom, I'm going to start eating healthy."
Wow.
Nice. I said, "Oh." I said, "Really?" He says,
To the children.
This means I'm going to eat whatever you cook only.
Oh, that put work on you.
I know.
'Cause
Now
now
I go to the freezer and refrigerator, and I'm like, well, now I gotta go shopping. I said, well, this means salad too, And he's like, oh, okay, I guess I'll do it though. So this is a sign that I need to pivot into the healthy
side. Do you know how to make mayonnaise, people? Yes, it's not that difficult. Some eggs, some vinegar. It's not hard to make mayonnaise, and it's also not hard to make it vegan with avocado. So there's a lot of opportunities. And again, in this industry, another piece of me running for and being part of these non-paying gigs that to support the industry is there's a lot of people that are independent contractors or entrepreneurs that use a lot of vices to get through the day. Be it alcohol, be it other things. And we're not living. We are burying this. If you're on Facebook, I think every single day on Facebook or one of those which we love all of them, they work. But there's a RIP, SIP, this one happened, this one, this, and that. Sometimes it's like, this was a bad week because there's like a bunch of them. And you're like, oh, gone too soon because they're younger than the anticipation of what it was. And Sean's mom is 95 years old, and you know, and would make that fried chicken and all that. But her chicken came from the butcher, and the oil came from, you know. So I'm not sitting here saying it wasn't McDonald's, and nothing against, again, what you got to do. And I'm just sharing with you, we got to take care of ourselves. So one of the things I want to implement in my passion of being of service, a servant's leader, is mental wellness. Mental wellness and physical wellness. Are we giving ourselves at least 3 times a week 30 minutes of some real activity, different than your normal activity? Some reels, a real workout, a real yoga, a real stretch, a real meal. Are we taking maybe 1 glass of wine or 1 glass of alcohol out of our diet each week and then add 2 and 3? Not that you might see me with a sip. I'm not here to say that. But, you know, what are we doing? Are we smoking too much? Are we hookering too much? Are we doing certain things too much? So that's part of what I want to be a part of, is supporting. Now, I'm not preaching. I'm supporting your life's journey to help you really get back that time and that health and that, and then when you do all that, the wealth comes.
Amen.
Yep.
The wealth happens.
You have a clear mind.
Okay, so I just want to, again, I love you guys, and before we leave, I want to say, I'm going to say one of my questions I have is what advice do I give to someone starting in real estate? I wrote that down because I didn't want to forget. But before I go there, what is one change you'd like to see in the real estate industry? I'm going to give each one of you a question.
I would like people who are experienced to share their knowledge with people who are new in the industry and have that support. That's something that I didn't have, so I definitely want that.
Okay. And I'm going to ask you, what advice would you give to someone just starting real estate?
I'm going to piggyback off of that last comment as well, because I did, before coming to Bayro, I was with another company, and I only lasted a month there because it was like, they threw me in and it was like, you figure it out. Like, I couldn't ask a question because it was like, well, why don't you know? And I'm literally 2 weeks in. So my advice is, if you know, don't gatekeep. Just help someone out. Okay, just there's money for everyone.
Yeah.
There's peace for everyone. So just help out. Just help them out.
And I want to ask, how do you wish to keep learning in the industry?
I take the time to do my own research. And if I have to be on the bus and read and you know, just take my own time and just do my own research. That gatekeeping thing, I didn't get that from Tiffany when I spoke to her.
Me neither.
And again, that was one of the reasons why I chose
Literally, my first day meeting her, it was like, okay, let's go. We're gonna go do a home staging, and I'm like, oh, okay, all right, let's go. But I was introduced to Tiffany through a mutual friend, and I called her and I'm like, you were right. I should have came months ago, because my first 20 minutes in with her, and she has me going out with her into the field, and I love that. I'm such a hands-on learner. I can't do online learning. I need to be in someone's face, learning hands-on, and without even her knowing that, it was like, let's go. And I'm like, okay, I'm going, let's go. And so anytime she called, anytime she sent the text me here, I was there, because to me, she was someone who was taking the time to teach me, and I love that.
Thank you so much. John, what advice would you give to someone starting in real estate?
Well, to piggyback off of what everyone else said, I would say bigger is not always better.
That's right.
And basically, a lot of people are looking at bigger brands, and they're thinking that, hey, this is the way to go for whatever they may feel is going to happen to them as far as money. or even education. But that's it. Just, really keep your eye on the prize, and it's not as glitz and glamorous as it may appear with bigger brands. So that's my advice. Bigger is not always better.
Bigger is not always better.
Yep.
Quantity is not better than quality.
Mhm.
And I want to share that to say, this week, my days get crazy. Not this week. What is today? Okay,
Saturday.
the following week, because I'm all over. The following week, I expect to see these listeners, these viewers at Unity in the Community. Okay, because this is for you.
Mhm.
This is your party. We're celebrating you. So when you get ready for your birthday or whatever, somebody say, hey, we're going to go out and do this for you for your birthday. That's what this is about. This is for you. So bring your best, bring your energy, bring your family.
And it's a good time.
And it's a great time.
It's a good time.
And get to know Terry, okay? And make sure you connect. Do people see you? Can you come over here so people can know?
They can see me.
They can see you.
There I
I
am.
just want to make sure. Please.
I'm right there.
You go. Because I want y'all to say, Tiffany told me to say hi.
Right.
There you
Okay. And support the station, genesisradio.com. And let me say this, it's not named after my baby. Okay. So he put a Y in it. But that's okay. Like my name
Close
name
enough.
doesn't end with a Y. People throw the Y's in it. TIFFANIE. But Genesis GYNESIS. Okay, please follow, like and share what Terry is doing. We are Bayro Real Estate, BAIRO. Another, here we go, exclusive,
Yeah.
Bailey Romay, BAIRO. So
I was always wondering.
Yeah,
And I would stare at the name, and I'm just like, I'm just trying to
figure out what. So Bayro Real Estate, follow.
And it's
Sean.
not Barrio, it's Bay.
And I'm okay when they say
Yeah, I'm cool with it.
I'm cool with it. Before we go, everybody, please let them know how to follow and find you specifically. I'll start from Ahmed.
On Facebook, just type at AISLAM, AISLAM 717.
Okay.
I don't have Instagram yet.
Yeah.
Actually, it will be Tamika W413 or
Tamika Wallace.
on
Tamika
Facebook.
Wallace.
Oh, just Sean Bailey, Facebook. Sean Wanda Dawn is
That's some
Instagram.
crazy.
That's my Instagram, baby. And BayroRealEstate.com. That's how you can find me as well.
Tiffany Romay, Tiffany Bailey Romay. And it's like that. So my Tiffany Romay people that have known me before the Bailey can find me. Tiffany Bailey Romay. That's my working name. Tiffany, what else? PAR candidate for 2026.
Yeah.
And of course, Bayro Real Estate.
Yeah. So Facebook, it's Portia Williams. And Instagram, it's pretty long. It's _real_Portia_Williams.
Right.
Right.
Because this is reality person.
This
that
is
thinks
the
that they're
real.
the real one. This is the real
This is
one,
the
right?
real. So I just, was putting that out there.
And so I want to say cheers to Uncommon Squeeze in collaboration with Bayro Real Estate
Yes.
and Genesis. And if you want to have a squeeze of the juice, I'll see you at
Make that
Unity
clear.
in the Community. Thank you, Genesis Radio, so
All
much
right.
for
Thank you for having us.
us and for being and for the opportunities that you bring to this mountain. We are so grateful and thankful.
Yes.
And cheers to you.
Better together.
Cheers to Terry.
Cheers.
Cheers to
Yes.
Tosh.
Cheers.
The chef, the hands
Wait,
that
wait.
Yes.
I already drunk mine. Let me
Let
me re-up. Hold on.
We'll try
Let's re-up.
Right. We're gonna re-up.
Cheers
Good
to
stuff.
everyone that's here. Cheers to Bayro. Cheers and blessings to Unity in the Community.
Yes.
Blessings.
Yes. All
And
right,
thank
y'all.
you.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna need a lot.
You